All right. So if you can see my screen clearly, drop a 111 in the chat box. If you can see my screen clearly, drop a 111 in the chat box. And you can hear me as well. If you can hear me, drop 222. And if you can see my screen, drop a 111. All right. So you can see my screen. Can you hear me well? If you can hear me well and the sound is good, drop a 222 in the chat box. All right, great. So we are all set now. So let's have a quick look at the dates. So I'm not sure how many of you caught this Dixie trade. So before CPI, I was already bullish on the dollar. But what happened was CHF news. There was a CHF news before the CPI, which kind of made a little like it changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of things for me. So let's have a quick look at the CHF. So if you look at the CHF base, this is AUD CHF. Where was this news? Yep. So this push here kind of changed a lot of things because I was expecting this for in the CPI. And when it pushed like that, it kind of made me a little bit confused. I was honestly not aware of I was not aware of the CHF news. So it took me by surprise and I was kind of confused. And I've been bullish on the USD, but I didn't really go aggressive as I wanted to be because I was kind of doubting what I was seeing. So I shared straight earlier. I shared which trade was that? Hold on, USD, Euro USD. So I shared Euro USD, right? This was way before. um, That was a day before it. Why do I keep saying it? A day before the CPI, right? I was looking at a pump to retest this level here. I think this is kind of yeah. So this is let me clean this markup so we can make some sense of this. Let me take the EMA off. So this is kind of what I was looking at. Um, and if you have any question, drop your question and I'll attend to it. I used to do this a lot, but I kind of um, stopped in. It's been a couple of months since I did something like this, but hopefully, yeah, we're able to do something. So this is what I was kind of looking at. Price coming back to pick this liquidity here and then drop. That's exactly what we had. I didn't update. I said in the group that I was going to update before the which I did it, but it means the bias didn't change. I'm not sure how many people took advantage of this push here, but it was kind of, especially for Euro USD, it was clear. But for GBP USD, it was a little tricky because the CPI for CHF. So if you understand your correlation, you know that the euro and CHF are the same thing, right? And if euro pushes up, CHF pushes down, right? So no, sorry, ignore what I said. Euro and CHF are the same thing, and if euro pushes up, GBP will push down. Sorry about that. GBP will push down. So we had a weak CHF, which make GBP. So weak CHF means weak CHF is a weak euro, which then cause um, what am I doing? which then so weak CHF means a weak euro, which then caused GBP to be strong. So that's why we had this pump here. But in the grand scheme, what we had here was price taking out liquidity from this level, right? But it was kind of confusing because even me before the news, right, because of that break here, it looked like because we had liquidity sitting on top here, even though I was bearish, now at this point I was confused if price was going to drop from here or pump into this zone before we drop. So that was a little bit confusing for me. So I didn't take GBP USD trade because of the setup. So I focused on A, which was a little, yeah, we had price coming here, pushed here, and then we dropped. And EU and NU were also clean. EU, NU was a clean, a very clean one, and we had price tapping into the and then dropping. Very nice. And USD JPY, I didn't take USD JPY. So that was kind of what happened with CBI. I hope you caught some trades from the earlier trades I I sent. So is any one of you on USD JPY? So I shared this trade on Telegram right before it's on the 1 hour time frame. We're looking at the break and retest, which it did that. And we had price pushed down, taking out the. Let me change this color here to something black or something. Taking out the break, came back, retest, break, retest. You see the price action is clean. So we are going to continue falling on USD JPY. So I hope you took advantage of this. This is a very good risk reward ratio. About 1:5 risk reward ratio. Even if you're a little aggressive with your stop loss a little above, that's the 1:3 risk reward ratio. So that's decent. So we're expecting gold to pump up, just like I explained on the chat I posted on Telegram. I'm expecting gold to pump to the upside, but we kind of have this level for price to breach. We want price to break out. Like we can actually buy from here, but to be on the safer side, we want a break above here, and we'll just be looking to catch this move here. We'll just be looking for 170 pips, even though if we look at the 90 minutes, from the 90 minutes, it is clean that price to come all the way here. So if I draw my zone from here, if I draw my trend zone from here, you can see connecting the wicks, uh, drawing it as smooth as it's supposed to be. But there are two levels to be looking out here. First is a touch of the trend zone here, which would be somewhere inside. Could also wake out and take out liquidity from here. So on a conservative side, you're looking at just 170 pips here. But you could also be looking for a deeper push into the zone, about 250 pips. And then from there, we'll look all over from there. So we expect pumps from here, like that. Where is my arrow? Yeah, yeah. So something of that sort. But in case we have price pushing a little bit up to the zone, you know what to do. So right from here, you can start looking to sell smaller positions, and you keep on adding here. And to be on the safer side, you want your stop somewhere above here, but conservatively, your stop can be at here because it will be a very big rollover. And where would be targets if we sell? So our first target is to look for price to take out liquidity from here. But on H4, we see this level here. That price has already taken out. We that was what is facilitating this liquidity zone here. So we tapped into it and we are looking for a push into this H4 liquidity here. The price would be looking up to the downside. So on the H4, this is how it looks like. we take TP here, but we're expecting a potential price liquidation from here. And then we roll over back down into the zone. So for the cells, we'll be looking for um it's about 400 pips. So just take your time. Let's catch the pushes up. And when price is ready, we'll look for the right opportunity to sell this down for 400 pips. So about 250 pips pump and 400 pips down. Right? If it makes sense to you, drop a 7-7 in the chat box. If this makes sense to you, drop 7-7 in the chat box. All right. Awesome. Nice. So what will even make this interesting is something everything else. If this candle, H4 candle, closes as an engulfing candle, right? So that would be nice. If it closes as an engulfing candle, what you'll be looking for is price to tap into the zone. You buy here with your stop below the wick, and you'll be looking to target this low. So you want to be conservative. So you want to target that low, that level here. And if you want to be aggressive, you can go for that. So you can have potential three TP target here. So first TP. This is actually very huge for first TP. First TP for 200 pips is kind of extreme. So what we can do is to kind of take first TP from here, which is 1 to 1.6 risk reward ratio. TP2 would be, so going for 200 pips for TP2 makes sense. So that would be 200 and almost 250 pips. And same stop here. And if you want to go, if you want to be very aggressive, you want to target TP3 around here. So TP3 is 274 pips. And if you want to be super crazy, then you want to look at TP4 around here for going for the extreme liquidation of the zone above here. So you are looking for something of that sort. Boom. So that is 350 pips. All right. So that's my plan for gold. This this candle closes in 48 minutes. So buying now is actually not bad, but make sure your position size is very small because you go back down before we push up. But this is kind of the scheme I'll be looking at here. And in total, if you go for 40 pieces here on this trade, in total you're looking for 350. That's almost 300. That's almost 650. This is 200. That's like 250. That's like 850. So you can use this as a bonus. Let's say 900 pips. So this is decent. If you go for all 40 pips, that's 900 pips just on gold. Right? And we'll be looking for similar thing on AUD. So AUD, I posted this earlier. It's already pumping, right? So that was easy. It's already pumping. And if you went in for the buy, stop below this here, going for that's 1:2 ratio. That is just 38 pips, but the ratio is 2.4 ratio, which is quite decent. I can't tell you to buy now. It depends on kind of risk management that you have. But if you're buying now, it's 1:1 ratio. So you would have to decide if this is still a good risk reward ratio for you or not. can't really tell you. If you're on the Telegram, you see that I posted this earlier. A similar thing for Euro USD. Euro USD is also the same. The structure is very similar to that of gold. So what you if you're not already bullish this, what you want to see is a bullish close. It's close bullish. And when it's close bullish, you are looking for a close above this high here, the structural high here. And when that happens, you go for an aggressive stop below this candle. And you can go for a TP1 and you go for an aggressive TP2, hoping for an extreme liquidation here. So aggressive TP2 will be above this zone here. So this is what you're kind of looking at here, which is 1 is to 2.7 risk reward ratio. So again, if the risk reward ratio makes sense to you, then you know what to do. USD CHF is already tanking. Um, we took out this level here. TP1 is here. TP1 is around here. Uh, Again, it depends on the kind of risk management you have. If you're not already selling this and you think this is a risk reward ratio for you, because if you're selling, the best point to put your stop loss is here. And TP1, first one, this is a negative risk reward ratio, but if it makes sense to you, why not? But even because of even though we have this liquidity zone sitting here, I'm kind of still thinking that USCHF should penetrate deeper for an H2 liquidity, which will be a rate test of this zone where the CPI started. So go for the extreme level here, which would be a more decent trade here. USDCHF dump into that zone, right? And you should apply USDJPY is doing well. You should already be in profit on this if you're in the Telegram and you paid attention. And NZD USD, similar thing here. But NZD USD, just like AUD USD, the profit count is not that much, but I'm kind of expecting price to come back into this zone and I'll sell. So personally, I am not taking any of the buys except the ones that I said earlier. I mean the buys now. I'm already in these trades from here. You're on the Telegram, you're already aware. I took NZD USD buy around here, USD JPY here, Euro USD, Euro USD. I'm already buying here. Um, Gold. I don't think I have a position in gold. Um, no position in ETF as well. So I might enter this. For me, I can enter any of these trades now because my previous trades are in profit. So I can use them as leverage to take some of this position because even if this go into drawdown, my AUD USD, NZD USD, and um, USD trades can support the drawdown. I hope that makes sense. Why do you want us to look at CAD CHF? And there's already stepped in front of you, but you want to look for another foot to eat. Like at the end of the day, pips, already looking at 900 pips potential on gold, but you still want CAD CHF. It's not like I wouldn't look at CAD CHF, but sometimes it's just, but yes, so I'll do it for you, but it's, you know what I So we had a double, okay, only 2 hour time frame. I've not looked at this in a while, so let me just quickly scan and see what we are looking at. So CHF news, we pumped to the upside. So um what hold on. All right. So this is the 3D time frame on CAT CHF. Right. Looking at the 3D time frame. So I use the 3D time frame. It's just like a derivative of the weekly. Like the kind of price action you see here is similar to what you see on um the weekly time frame, but this is a little broken down. Yeah. So we can see this is a bearish price action here. We have price going from, if we just look at, okay, that's price going, no, to price going from there into there to that to that. So we're trading here. We are currently trading in below this intermediate low here, intermediate high. So this is bearish. Um, let's go back here. So we're kind of sitting. We are sitting in a daily supply zone here, which is also a good confluence, potential dump. And let's go to the 8 hour time frame. So the 8 hour time frame, price is pushing down, but the price action is super slow. So I just noticed that we are coming off from an 8 hour liquidity zone, which makes sense. So price took out liquidity from here. As you can clearly see, we took out liquidity from here. Price went from A to B, and then we went from A to B. So the money here has been taken out. So ideally, this looks like a very good price point for a swing trade to the downside, right? But now we need to now break it down for a potential trade to the downside. So now we come to the 4 hour time. So here I'm kind of taking you how I would look at it. I've not looked at CHF in a while, so I don't have the various levels in mind. So because it's a while I'm looking at it, that's why I'm taking it down, breaking it down the way I'm doing it, right? So we cut CHF on the 4 hour time. There's it's a double top. I believe you can see the double top. So this is a double top. And I might do a lesson explaining multiple things. It's been a while I did any educational content. Keep an eye for something like that in the future. So we have a double top here and prices coming. So here you can look to sell card CHF, but this should be your TP here. So that's a short-term TP here, which on the 30 minutes. So let's break it down on the board. So this could have been a decent sell from here or even here if you go from. So I'm taking everything now. So pay attention to the levels so that everything does make conflict like that. So if you go from here to here, we have a clear break of structure and a retest. So this would have been a good level to be looking to sell. So now your next sell zone would be here, which price is already tested, but one kind of a body test. This is just a weak test. The price gives a pullback like this. But I mean, if you compare this to the USD pairs, you see this the price action don't really make sense. And the reward here also doesn't really make sense. I mean, but this is a bearish. You should continue selling. But if we get a pullback like this, then you can go for a sell from here, right? And your TP is here. It is after when price takes out liquidity from the zone like that, then we can be looking for more potential selling opportunity. Like I mentioned on the 8 hour time frame, it looks like a potential swing point. This looks like a potential swing point for price to down to the downside. Right. So keep an eye. So this could be something. I'm not really this level here is not really making like a long term. So let me tell you when I will come here and sell aggressive. Here I'll just be watching, but it's still just a small drop. So the momentum candle in this area here is this bullish candle here. That's the momentum candle here. So we have an 8 hour push to the upside. And it's been like a whole day. We only retraced 50% of this. The only time I'll be super bearish on this is if price takes out the whole level. But coming for 100% retracement makes a lot of sense. Like the price action don't make sense to me. So what I'll be looking for is price to totally take out the entire momentum, a retracement somewhere into the zone. Then I'll look to sell, targeting somewhere here or even here, or even potential liquidation below this zone here. That's the only time I'll be looking for sales here. Then I can be looking for percent, 70 pips, 140 pips, right? But for now, I'll just wait for the price to do its thing. Someone wants me to look at GBP JPY, right? We can do that. GBP JPY is something I look at every day, so I don't have to really go. All right, so this is kind of I didn't take this myself, but I think the opportunity is already gone. I was looking at this, so I saw it dumping down, but I already had USD JPY, so I was not really bothered when I had no. Um, so just for the sake of learning, I'll just take you through one by one and break it down how I would have analyzed this. So you already know that I took a buy from here. Those of you follow me on Twitter, we took this buy together. The buy from here, we took it together. And those on Telegram too, we took this buy together, and our TP was around here, and price kept pushing. We also took another buy here. So there have been two trades here. The first trade was here, the second trade was here, and it got out here before the push. So we've taken two trades, one from here to here, and the other one was from here to here, right? And this was also a decent one. But why did I decide to take this trade here and that trade here? So this trade from here was based off simple market structure, right? So simple market structure, what do I mean? We are very bullish, right? We can see we are bullish. This is clear bullish structure. Price pushed up, and we kind of corrected into this area here. So this is the area we corrected here. And after the correction, we pull back up, and this was a retracement. So if you use your fib here, you go from here to here. So I'm going from high. This is my high, and this is my low. You can see this is a retracement into the 386. So my Fibonacci is reversed. So this 386 is the same as 618 for some people. But I'm going to treat this as a zone. So the zone between 308 and the zone between 50% and the 386, or 50% and the 618. If you trade your Fibonacci the ordinary way, this is not the ordinary way, right? So we have a bullish structure. Prices consolidating inside this zone. That is a clear buy. So we went for the buy. Price liquidated here, continue pushing up. The second trade was price was bullish. Like we took this trade already. So we took this trade, price came here. We are done with this trade. Price continued pushing up. But the second trade was price coming for this level here in 30 minutes. Retest of structure after liquidating this level. So we took out that low, that low, and that low, entered into support, and we had a retest of my EMAs. So you guys know I love the EMAs, and we had a rate test of this EME here. So that was a clean trade. Boom. It was easy one. Price pushed up. We took profit here. But the next day there was a JPY news, which caused market to continue. So the reason why I say on Twitter that swing traders makes the most money, imagine most people don't agree, but you can believe what if you are swinging this trade from this entry here, you are holding this, you could add more positions here, but significantly you are catching almost 400 pips just from one move here. So like you can clearly see here on the 30 minutes here. So most of my short-term day trading is based off. So I don't want to come to the chart and I'm confused. Is it a buy or a sell? So what I do is I set certain rules for myself, which determines my bias. So if I open the chart, I know I am bullish or bearish today. So I use this EMA, which I'm not going to share it. Those in the VIP know what EMA is. If I open the chart and we are above or below the EMA, we know we are buying or selling today. What did we see here? Landing session, price was taking the low, price has taken out the low, price has taken out the low, came back for a rate test, and we are below the EMA. So that's the trend itself. So here, like I was saying, this is already gone. I don't know what you want to do here, but this is TP for the sell. But I don't think how that will be relevant to you if you're not selling from here today. If you're not selling from here for today, you can't really do anything. But this is in case you're already in the trade, that is TP. So I don't know how that information is useful to you if you're already selling. But let's look at long term. When price hits the TP here, you can see we are still bullish. This is not bearish. There's no reversal here out of it. We are currently on the 3-hour time frame and we don't see any reversal. No structure has been broken. So when I say structure, let's look at the major structures here. This is a major structural point, major structural point, major structural point. None of these major structural points has been broken. So price is still bullish. So price might come here. This is an intermediate structure. This is not a major structure. So we could get a reversal. At least if we are looking for a reversal, a minor structure needs to be taken out, at least something like this. So when we get something like this, taken out of this like that, that is a minor structure break, and we can be looking for a potential reversal. But that still doesn't mean we've reversed for a long-term push. But it also depends on the time frame we are trading. But I'm talking about long-term trading. So I'm looking at something like 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Right? But if you go to something like the M30, structural point has been broken for short-term trades. So for short-term trades, when price gets here, I'll be looking for a potential structure here for a pullback into the upside because again, at that time frame we are still bullish. But one zone that I'll be looking for is this zone here, this major zone that was created here. That is a high volume region here. So let me add one indicator here. So I use the volume profile. So this is a bonus. Uh, volume, technicals, financials, volume profile. I use a session, no, session volume profile. And so this is a session volume profile. And I'm not interested in all the other volume. I'm only interested in the POC, which is the highest traded volume within the session. So I take out the profile. I'm not interested in the histogram. So I take this to 0 and I leave my POCs on. So the red regions you see on the chart are my POCs. So a POC is point of control, which is telling you that within that trading session, that was the time where the highest volume of the market took place. So here in the Asian session, that was the highest volume. So price took out the Asian volume, and now this is the London volume. So for today, I told you that this is TP, right? This is TP. If you are lucky and price pushes back here to test this zone here, which is a liquidity zone that was created at a POC, something like this, then that would be a good entry for a sell. So price push back, we'll be looking for a dump here. So that would be decent. If price does that, you can get a sell here on cheap. But if that doesn't happen, it means you miss the trade. You can't do anything about it. I believe that makes sense. When that happens, you can go for the sell here, which will stop above this high above the EM, and then boom, easy trade. So you can keep an eye, and that is almost 70 pips here. So I hope that makes sense for GJ. Does anyone have any question for me? So GBP USD, I am not buying this yet, but I'm looking out for this push to the upside for the reversal to the downside. So here you can see that we've kind of taken out. So this is the POC for London session. This is a POC for London session. I've just explained POC to you. This is the highest volume that was traded in the London session. Price dump to the downside, and this is where we are. So I'm looking out for potential New York reversal. The price to take out high volume, potentially raters, pull back here, and then we're down. So this area here is also a high volume. So this is I'm looking at the retest of this POC from yesterday. So this is session volume profile. So we are currently in the London session. This is London, this is Asia, this is New York. So this is the highest traded volume in the New York session yesterday. You know, the news happened yesterday. So that is what caused the volume to drop here. So I'm looking out for a retest of the volume from yesterday. And whoever was responsible for this dump here is going to dump GU again here, right? So a little bit of insight. If you are someone that likes trading with volume, there are so many ways to trade volume, but I prefer to use a volume profile. I use other volume tools as well, but for session volume, if I'm day trading and I'm not swing trading, I use the POC for the volume profile. If that makes sense. So, anyone with any question? If there's no question, I'm going to end the stream here. I don't want this to be running for so long. We've been doing 40 minutes now, which is quite okay. So I'm going to chill for the next 1 or 2 minutes. If there is no question, then any question for me? All right. So looks like folks don't have questions. So we'll end the session here. We'll be doing a lot of this. If you like this, like, comment. YouTube algorithm recommends it to people. I've not been posting for a while, so the account is kind of going down. If you are here, you appreciate this, like, comment, share to your mother, your father, your grandfather, your auntie. Yeah. See you another time.